Most people misunderstand the WWII. They think it was the ultimate tank. Thick armor, a deadly 88mm gun, fear on the battlefield, the monster that made enemies panic. That's the legend. The reality is harsher. The WWII was not built to win a war. It was built to win encounters. And wars are not decided by encounters. They're decided by replacement rates. Let's be clear, the WWII was terrifying. At long range, it killed almost anything it saw. Allied crews feared it. Commanders respected it. When it worked. That part matters. The WWII demanded perfection, precision machined parts, complex transmission, heavy maintenance, highly trained crews, careful logistics. Germany could barely afford one of those. The Tiger needed all of them. Each Tiger was a handcrafted machine, slow to build, slow to repair, slow to replace. This is where the myth breaks. Germany treated tanks like masterpieces. The Allies treated tanks like inventory. The Tiger's armor was thick, too thick. Its weight strained engines, destroyed gearboxes, collapsed bridges, burned fuel Germany no longer had. A Tiger that broke down was not temporarily unavailable. It was often abandoned or destroyed by its own crew. Meanwhile, look at the Sherman. The Sherman was not impressive. Its gun was weaker, its armor thinner, its silhouette taller. On paper, it lost. In reality, it arrived everywhere. A Sherman could be built quickly, shipped easily, repaired in the field, crewed by trained replacements. Lose one, another arrived. The Tiger demanded dominance. The Sherman demanded continuity. This is the difference that matters. One Tiger could kill multiple Shermans. That statistic comforts historians. It did not comfort Germany. Because while one Tiger fought, 5 Shermans were moving elsewhere. 10 more were loading onto ships. Hundreds were rolling off assembly lines. The Tiger was optimized for superiority. The Sherman was optimized for presence. And presence wins wars. Germany produced around 1,300 Tigers. The Allies produced tens of thousands of Shermans. The Tiger became rare. Rarity creates legend. Legend hides inefficiency. Every Tiger lost was an industrial wound Germany could not heal. Every Sherman lost was paperwork. This is why the Tiger feels iconic. It represented power, but power without scale is fragile. The Tiger did not fail because it was badly designed. It failed because it was designed for a war Germany no longer afford. The battlefield had changed, not tactically, industrially. By 1943, the war was no longer about who had the best tank. It was about who could keep tanks arriving after yesterday's were destroyed. The Tiger answered the wrong question, how do we dominate, instead of how do we endure? And endurance is what the Allies built. The Tiger remains famous because it was exceptional. The Sherman won because it was replaceable. That is the uncomfortable truth of armored warfare. The Tiger was a symbol of strength. The Sherman was a system. And systems do not care how impressive you look when they roll over you. That is the real story of the WWII. Not a superweapon, but a monument to fighting the last war's logic in an industrial war that had already moved on.